First thing I'm going to do is remove the battery, because then I can put this on charge and see if I've got any of the electrics working. I'm not going to try and start the car. Well, maybe I will. But what I want to hear is whether the fuel pumps are running. So let's get this battery out. Oh, okay, so these are loose. Well, that's loose. Oh, okay, they're both loose. Very oily. Okay, try 12. Ah, that's... I reckon that 13 has rusted away some. I expect a lot of rusted bolts on this. Yep. Let's see if one of these bolt grips work. I think the smaller one is just too small. Yep. 5-minute jobs, eh? Okay, I'm going to try and knock this on with a hammer. It's not really working. Oh, no. Up. I have conceded defeat. Seeing as though it's unlikely to rain today, I am going to charge the battery in situ. I don't know whether this will recover this battery. I doubt it, but let's see what happens. I've decided to open up the battery because it didn't charge overnight, and I remembered that these older style batteries are not sealed, and as you can see, there is virtually no battery acid or deionized water left in these cells. So I'm hoping that with a litre of this that I had in the garage from back in the Porsche 944 and 924 days, that this is still good enough to top this battery up and turn it into a workable battery, even though it's 20 plus years old. The plan is to keep this car as much of a survivor as I can, so if I can recover this battery, that'll be incredible. I have my doubts though, it is 20 plus years old. So I've got to fill it up to the point where the metal of the cells is covered. Look how nicely that works. There we go, last one. Let's see if this is going to charge. It's in repair mode because it's got no charge in it at all. Many are probably shouting at the screen saying, "It's knackered, don't waste your time." But let's see. I've had to get a little bit creative with how to remove this old battery because I cannot get a gripper socket to get onto that bolt down there to release the security latch or whatever you want to call it that holds us in place. But what I've managed to do is slide the battery over with the fan shroud in place to be able to get this battery out because it will not charge. Yeah. Wait, I think I got it. Alright, it's out. That's an old Banner battery from back in the day. That is the battery tray, and it's not in too bad a shape. There's obviously some rust there. Yeah, there's a bit of rust, but it's nothing major. You never know just how bad it's going to be underneath the battery tray. Let me see if I can get some vice grips on that now and get rid of it. Seriously rusted in that. I suspect I am going to have a lot of bolts like this. That is all part of the deal. Okay, I've got it moving. Oh man, it's out. Happy days. Alright. new little battery. Let's take off these caps. In fact, let's turn this around. Negative, filthy. Positive, filthy. Now what I want to see is if I have any working electrics. I'm not particularly concerned about starting at this stage because it's been more than 20 years and there is no fuel in the fuel pump. On ignition, I should have noise from the fuel pumps. One is the lift pump in the tank, one is underside the car, the right rear wheel, and that is the high pressure pump for the Bosch K-Jetronic fuel system. And without sufficient fuel pressure, this car will not run. The same sort of setup that I had on a 1984 or 83 Porsche 924 2 litre, which by the way does not have an LT van motor in it. Well, I do have a light on the dashboard for battery, which is great because I never had a light before. What happens when I turn the ignition on? Oh, the ignition was on. That's why I had a battery light. Okay, so we've got a little bit of tach bounce. I don't hear any fuel pumps, which is not surprising. What else do we have? We have a radio. Turn the ignition on. The radio is powered. Alright, okay. Gonna need to clean that up. Is that on or off? I did have lights, now they're gone. Oh no. There you go, it lights up. There you go. Welcome. Let's turn the volume up. Man, this is ancient of days. Okay, so I've got power in the system. I'm probably not going to leave the battery connected because it's likely to drain everything. Well, I don't know if you can see on the garage door there. I'll put that like that. I'm going to flash the headlights. So the headlight's flashing on the left there. If I switch the lights on, you can't see anything. And that should be bright, but it's no longer showing. But if I use the flasher, gently Steve, there, it's flashing actually on both sides. You see it? Both sides? I'm going to put the lights on and go and check the front. And I'll put the hazards on. I hear nothing from the hazard, so the hazard relay is probably gone, or the fuses are gone. Let's go and check the lights. There's a little LCD down there, which has got nothing. Now let's crank it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I suspect that the starter motor is probably rusted solid, and I do know that the engine turns by hand. Well, I've been told the engine turns by hand. So let's go and turn the engine over with the breaker bar and see what that does. Oh, rotation is supposed to be clockwise. It's a 19mm socket. There is no... Oh no. That engine is not turning. But, oh my God, that is not turning. So I'm going to loosen the auxiliary belt, just in case the alternator has seized or the water pump is seized. I know that's the water pump because it's connected to the radiator. It's moving. I'll take the tension off here. I'll pull the belt off. Okay, so that's actually free. It's not shifting back. See if we can. There we go. So yeah, it loosens moving away from the car. So now that belt is properly at one with the car. I wouldn't want to have trusted this belt for any time at all. Look at that, it's just missing teeth everywhere. Wow. Alright, so the water pump is free. Quite smooth. Alternator doesn't sound great. It may still be working perfectly. Okay, let's see if we can get the engine to rotate. No chance. Oh. Down it. Do-do. 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 Yep, working on old cars will drive you crazy. Let's see. Not a chance. That is very disappointing. Nope, that engine is seized, solid. What to do next? I'm going to remove the spark plug wires, pull the spark plugs out. First spark plug out, cylinder number 4. Yeah, it is rusty, so they've been in there a while. Smells a lot like fuel. This one does not seem like it went down into the engine block as far as the others. Probably because the washer was not in the right place, so that would have caused a running issue. Let's pull out number 1. Well, it's rusty, so it's been in there a while. Gotta say, the wiring looks surprisingly good for its age. Okay, let's lubricate those bores and see if miraculously the engine turns, but it doesn't look like it's going to, but you know, I have to give it a go, otherwise this is all going to come out, which is a little bit more than I'd bargained for. Project cars, hey? Why do we do this? I'll let that soak overnight. It's not a shock. Oh well, you know what to do. Hit the red button, subscribe, and see how long this road is to bring this Golf GTI 8-valve survivor build back to life. Thanks for watching. Cheers. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.